So hopefully you guys can hear me. Now listen, I'm coming live at you. No, so I'm just kidding. Don't pay that any attention. I just be silly sometimes, but listen, I had to come on here because it's serious business here, okay? We want to thank the divine. We want to thank the heavenly realm, okay? We want to thank that which was given to us blessings, protection, love, support, okay? The ups and the downs. We want to thank that we're still here, okay? Despite all that's being thrown at us, okay? Because there's lots being thrown to the left, to the right, left, right, left, left, right, left. My back ache, my bra too tight, my booty shaking from left to right, left, 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 right, left, hey, hey. Okay, I had to bring it back. So some of y'all need to understand that your past as children is going to help you understand what's going on right now. Okay. Also, you need to understand that these will come in threes. Okay. There are three things, three people, three opportunities that are going to present themselves. Okay. You will know them by their fruit. And understand this. I need you to really, you will know them by their fruit, the fruit that they bear. Okay. All right. Do not walk upon barren land. Even though I want some of y'all to realize and understand that the way you gifted, the way you are, you got the Midas touch, you can definitely create soil upon the land that is barren. Like you just have that touch. So if you were to walk upon the barren land, eventually something will grow. Eventually someone will heal. Eventually things can get better. But baby, this barren land you do not want to walk upon. I'm just saying. The time it's going to take for that thing to grow, to progress and become something, I don't think you want to go down that path. So I'm going to just say this again. Say it as kindly as I can. There's coming in three. It could be three people, three opportunities. It could be a mixture, okay? Three things coming your way. And the message I'm hearing and to tell you is do not walk upon the barren land. Even though you can turn barren land into fertile soil, into something that will grow tremendously, okay? This is not the type of thing you want to put too much energy into. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to be smooth. It's going to flow. If you got to really put in a lot and it's overwhelming and it's not like you're just overthinking it or something. No, this is, you're going to feel it and you will know it by its fruit. You're saying you will know the thing by its fruit when it comes in. You will know if it's the right fit for you, okay? But it's coming in threes, okay? So maybe you had a bunch of things that's just been happening to you, just left, right, one thing after another, and now it's like, okay, now it's coming, something coming to balance it off, but it's also a lot of deception coming in too. I keep seeing 666, and 666 is like, the number for man, you know what I'm saying? So this person, if it's people, this, or at least a person, one of them may be a person that is very carnal, very in their physical, very in what they can get, very opportunistic. Okay, so be mindful of that, because where you're headed and what the divine has for you, it's beautiful. It's so many beautiful, beautiful experiences you're meant to have. Okay, and I just saw a black Jeep just drive by. So that might be significant for somebody. Maybe you're trying to get a new car and it's going to be a Jeep. Maybe you just had to put up your Jeep or something. Okay, something significant. Okay, the person may be driving a Jeep, but there's going to be people that are threes, coming in threes. The person, you're going to know them by their fruit. The person that's coming in, it is going to be someone. You got to be mindful, because it's like, you ever watch movies, or you've ever been to like, the circus, right? Or there's the like carnivals, right? And they have that the room where you go through the hallway, and it's all these mirrors. And one mirror you look fat, one mirror you look short, one mirror you look tall, one mirror you look odd shaped. It's just a lot of different types of mirrors, right? That's what it is. It's a trick on the mind and in a lot of the deceptive illusions with this person. Okay. You may notice if you are very gifted, you may notice that you're doubting your gifts around this person. They seem really nice. It seems like it's going well. And then all of a sudden you just start questioning yourself, doubting yourself, thinking, oh, what you've known and what you've come to the realization of, oh yeah, right, you're tripping. Pay attention to this. It's going to come in threes, okay? This person, their birth month might even be March, the 3rd month of the year, the 12th month of the year, December, whichever, okay, whatever. I'm just telling you, you're going to feel like when you look at them, you're going to feel like, oh, but something in you is uneasy. So when they come in threes, okay? The person might come with 3 gifts, bearing 3 gifts. Oh, I apologize. I'm so sorry. Please let me back in. Please do not. If you get a sinking feeling in you, you get this odd feeling, something ain't right. You got to test them. You will know them by their fruit, because the fruit that they're going to bear, you're going to know. Okay. Now, God walks with different people from all walks of life. You don't have to have a lot of money for God to be walking with you, for you to bear fruit, beautiful fruit, right? You know what I'm saying? You could be rich and barren, right? You could be poor and fruitful. Okay. It just really depends, but you need to be mindful. You need to get into a space of trusting yourself, because who these people are, they might be from the past and they might just be new people, but you will know them by their fruit. But they're coming in hot and heavy, and one of them is very opportunistic, and it might be somebody from the past. I just saw the letter S, but then I also heard S. So it could be snaky energy, okay? They might have been born the year of the snake. Look into that. Okay. They might have eyes that are kind of snakish, right? They might speak a certain way that you kind of be like, I don't know. Okay. What they saying is not matching with what they doing. Okay. Please be mindful of this. I really feel it, and it's coming in threes. So there's good coming, but there's also something that's kind of trick you. It's kind of I'm literally seeing a lock and key, like trying to lock you into something that the divine already pulled you out of. Okay. You've already made it past this. You've already done the work. You've already, been suffering through something. You've already, learned the lesson. You don't need to go through it again. So please, I'm asking you to please pay attention to what is coming in the rest of this month, or whenever you see this. Pay attention to the next 2 to 3 weeks, because I keep seeing the number 3. Your life path number might be 3. Your life path number might be 9. Okay, definitely for you. And I saw 7, so 7, 3, 7, 9. Pay attention. 3, 7, 9. Look into that number as well, all together. Okay. Ghetto superstar, that is what you are. Coming running far, reaching for the stars. Run away with me to another place so we can live like each other. Oh, okay. From one corner to another. So that's significant, okay? Look into that song. I think that was Janet Jackson and Busta Rhymes. Is that? Look into that. I'm not sure. I channel songs, so that's also a message. So look into that. But this person might live afar, or they might come in from afar, or they have to travel a distance to get to you. The opportunity might be a traveling distance. Just please pay attention. You will know about its fruit. You'll feel it. You will sense it. It's something about one of the opportunities. For some of you, it's a trick, right? You're going to receive 3 opportunities that are going to present itself, and all 3 of those are the trick. And then the real 3 is going to come in. It's what's happening is where you're headed, what you're supposed to have and do, somebody's trying to block it by causing an illusion to deceive you so that you can't see what the divine has for you. This is where your intuition got to be on par. Okay. I'm saying, your intuition needs to be up there. You need to be in this stage in the game. You need to not be doubting nothing. And you might have a lot of people around you that doubt you. and they say things to you, so it makes you question yourself, makes you think, yeah, I'm tripping, I don't know, maybe I know. No, 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 no. Whatever you sense in, you 100, 100, you're right, you're right. And this is not coming from ego. This is where you need to get, because what is happening in the world with the split taking place and all the things that are happening, you don't need to be walking around here and talk about something, well, you know, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I just been thinking too much. No. Okay, God gave you that dream. God, the divine gave you the dream. God, the divine gave you the numbers. The divine gave you the colors. The divine gave you the gut feeling, the heart palpitations, the chills, the headaches, the itchy, like when it feels like something's crawling on you. Like, you know how when you get around certain people, all of a sudden you will start feeling like something is crawling on the top of your head, but it's only around certain people. That's because it's, I don't know if it's for, I don't know, because everyone is different for why they feel it. But for some of you, the reason you feeling that is because your crown is like saying, hey, something's up. Pay attention. Also, it could also be that someone's trying to enter into your field. So you start feeling like it's something like moving like on your head. But it's only happening when you're around some people. I'm not talking about if you got bugs in your head or something like that. I'm talking about when you get around certain people, certain experiences, in certain environments and certain people, you start getting this weird feeling like something is like someone's putting their fingers through your head like this. That is your intuition. It's like your crown. They trying to either get into your crown, or your crown is like, hey, something's up. Put up more protection. Okay? So pay attention when you are around certain people, what you picking up. You know, sometimes you're around people, you know, when your head just keeps hurting and hurting and hurting, and then when you leave that environment, it stops hurting. You ever notice that? You ever notice your stomach is always hurting around certain people? I'm telling you, you think it might just be something wrong. You going to the doctor, and then you stop going to, you go to the doctor to check and see what's wrong. The doctor says, well, it might be this, it might be that. They don't know. And you're around the same people. Then all of a sudden, God removes that person. Boop. And what happens? Whatever the problem is, it starts to minimize. It starts to get like it don't even really affect you the same anymore. Why? Because it's people. It's people's energy. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. The phones is energy. The cars is energy. The jewelry we wear. Everything is energy. Okay? Everything. Everything has a vibration. Everything has a frequency. Okay? We're at this frequency. We're rising and we're going up higher. Okay? So that means our vibration is rising and we're going up. We're at this frequency in it. But then how we feel, we send off a certain vibration and frequency to certain things and certain experiences. And then that's what we feel. And it's like, oh, yeah. Some of you, you're so in tune and so sensitive to energy that you pick up on the slightest difference. You meet people, there are people who are such scammers. There are literal people walking around, parasites in physical bodies, and they have plans to take you out, to hurt you. Remember that their trinity is to kill, steal, and destroy. So they want to hurt you in some way, shape, or form. Whether they're trying to steal your money, they trying to steal your booty, okay, literally and figuratively, okay, they trying to steal something on you, okay, whether they stealing your energy, okay, your time, okay, whatever you got valuable, they want it. There are people that are walking around like that, and their mask is so good and it's so deceptive that you would think you can trust them. You would think that they have your best interest at heart, y'all. That's so scary. You will think this could be someone that got your back in the long haul. Little do you know. And this is why your intuition needs to be strong, y'all. Strong. Okay, the song that came to my mind was, I'm stronger than yesterday. Now it's nothing but a mile away. I think it's mile away. I don't know. Loneliness ain't killing me no more. And I think it was a Britney Spears song. Is it a Britney Spears or what's the other girl name? I don't know, but it's one of them. But anyways, I think it was like a 90s or early 2000s song. But anyways, you need to be mindful. Be aware. You know how they selling those glasses that you can go into the VR and it's like real life kind of and all this stuff. Yeah, that's what they trying to do. Okay? That's what they're trying. Yeah, there's something else. There's something else. Hold up, y'all. And that ding too. Um if your phone number has a 5 and a 4 in it, be really mindful. Okay? If your number has a 7 in it, be very mindful, okay? If you live at an address that has a 5, a 4, and a 7, be very mindful. This is for you for sure, for sure. There's no doubt in it, okay? There are people who they wear a mask and it's so good and it looks so good and they seem like yes, and the whole time they got a whole big ass butcher knife behind their back to chop you up. It could be literally. I don't know. Don't play these games with people. Okay? Be aware now. Like the days of like letting your guard down, it's over. Those days are over. Straight up. Do not let your guard down. Do not play games with these people. Okay? If you want a certain thing, say it what you want up front with people. Let them know where you stand. Let them know if you don't know where you stand, if you don't know what you really want, do not deal with nobody. Do not deal with anybody. Stay to yourself. If you do not know, do not get into mixing with people. Now, this is not the time to play these games. Do not mix and match, dibble dabble. Don't do that no more. If you don't know what you want, don't try to bring anybody in the middle of it. I'm telling you, the energy is shifting. There is a lot taking place. And you already see it on the news and social media. We're not talking just about that. I'm saying you can sense it, you can feel it. If you know, you know. If you're paying attention, you pay attention. And this is not in a scary way. This is in a your intuition, your gifts, you're coming online, you're getting stronger. Why would you want to take a chance on people that your body is clearly rejecting? This is like when women are intimate with a person and all of a sudden now she has all these problems because her body's rejecting the particular person, because that's just what it is. So when you're around people in certain environments, whether it's the job you start, your stomach hurts, your head's hurting, your back's hurting, all of a sudden, when you're only around certain people, you got to pay attention. Only around certain people. That means you need to put your protection up stronger. That means you need to either try to stay away if you can, because some people you can't avoid. You're going to see them. But you got to but because you're more aware of what's going on, you're less likely to get yourself involved in another contract with them. Okay? Call back your power, call back your energy, call back everything that belongs to you every day, baby. Because listen, do not play games with nobody, with anybody. If you no longer feel like, you want to be in a relationship with somebody and you really thought long and hard about it, you need to end it. There is a reason that you are feeling like you need to separate yourself from somebody. You need to make sure it's divine, making sure that the divine is what wants to separate you, not something else. If it's the divine that's trying to, because there's something going on. For all you know, the person could have bodies chopped up in their basement. And you talking about something, well, I love him. And I love her, yo. And I just, because they got a secret room. You don't know. Why are you playing games with folks? Oh, well, they live in an apartment. That's less likely to happen. Okay, well, they got bodies buried in the forest somewhere. You do not know, okay? And I know that that's the extreme, but I'm just saying to y'all, you need to stop playing with folks. Okay? I just heard a story. And I don't ever talk like this, but this is the ancestors are coming through me and speaking, because y'all need to stop playing with folks. People need to stop playing with you, and you need to stop not play with folks. Okay? So if you start feeling something's off and you feel like, oh, I gotta let this go, or just let it go. Find the safest way to explain yourself or say you don't want nothing to do with it and cut it off immediately. Do not, because what's happening is these people that you're staying around, they're tethering to you. They're creating this tether, this bond with you, and they're going to benefit when you rise up higher, okay? And siphon the freak out of you. And you do not want that, okay? So the story about that girl with the McDonald's, and she said the boss, they always bullying her at the job. You know, they was bullying her at the job, and she just snapped, and she killed the boss, the manager, supervisor, whoever, whatever. People need to stop playing with people, okay? She clearly wanted them to leave her alone. She clearly had mental health issues too. So that's another thing. We don't want to play games. Like, I've come to the realization, like, I'm not about to play with nobody. I'm just not about to play with folks. I'd rather stay to myself. I'm not about to do that. If I got a bad feeling about you, I'm going to trust that, and I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm not going to, give you in another week, come back and forth. No, that's toxic. Who has time for that? We are literally being split away from each other. Why are you going to keep going back and forth with somebody? Because there are spells, there are curses, there are a lot of things that are happening that is keeping people stuck in loops and connected to certain people. And this is why whatever lessons, whatever you got to learn, whatever you got to do, however you got to fight to break free, you got to break free of it. Because if not, you're going to be tethered to someone who does not have your best interest at heart and who wants to see you fall. They want to see you fail. Best believe those types, when you cried, they laughed inside. They felt good inside when you cried. You need to make sure that whoever you allow in your space, in your energy, your mind, your body, everything from now on, moving forward, they are worthy of you. And I need you to understand, you are worthy to have worthy people. And it's not to say that you some big shot, you're the best in the world and you better than anybody. No, it is that you know that you are a divine vessel and you are a divine being, a spirit having a human experience, and that you know that just you don't need to settle for things anymore. That age is done with, okay? You had to deal with whatever you had to deal with back then. That's whatever. But now, no, you're not in that, you're not flowing like that anymore, okay? So I need you to really take a deep breath. I need you to please pay attention. It's going to come in threes, okay? For some of you, it might come in threes, a deception, and then three, and things that are not deceptive, things that are actually for you. You have to be able to determine what's the truth and what's not. You got to understand the difference between what is for you and what is not. There are people from your past. I'm literally seeing three people, but it's showing. I'm being shown past, present, future. So it's like somebody from your past is coming back. Somebody that you know presently is coming back around. It's like spinning a block. It's like, spinning the block. I keep hearing spinning the block. It's a lot. So for some of you, it might be three people from your past trying to spin the block. And you have to choose whether you're going to let them in or not. In the movie Sinners, they couldn't come in to the warehouse until that heifer let them in. Okay? Like, what is up with her? Like, she just, but it had to happen because they had to fight. They had, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, okay? Listen to me. Don't let your addictions for a person, your loneliness, your depression, your sadness, allow you to let a monster into your life. Because best believe, now some of the people, they might come back and they might be good for you. They healed, they did the work. You will know them by their fruit. But some of these people, they are worse than before. But they're going to put up a shield, like a wall, to make you believe that they've gotten better, that they healed, and that they're making all this money, and that life is much better. And, they still have their struggles, but, things are better. Baby, it's not. It's not. It is a facade. It is a lie. And some of you are actually going through it right now. So you need to be very, very cautious and very careful with allowing certain people into your space, into your mind, in your body, okay? Because you will know them by their fruit, okay? Don't fall into the okie doke, okay? Some of you, if it sounds too good, you need to check in with the divine. If somebody's rushing you to sign something or rushing you to be a part of something, don't fall for that. Pay attention. That's where the trick real come. That's where they really put it in. They put in heavy work. Okay. Also, I'm seeing there's people that are trying to steal luck. Like everybody has a fortune and a luck, and there are people that are trying to steal and siphon the luck from another. So you need to also be mindful of that. If you all of a sudden randomly just start having bad luck, you need to like retrace your steps, and you need to call upon your spiritual team and help you figure out what the freak is going on. Okay? Yes, karma's kicking people's booties, but there's also people out here still trying, because they already know they lost the battle. So they just trying to take as much as they can with them to enjoy while they still here, you know? But yeah, please be careful and pay attention, because some of these people are very deceptive, and some of them, they might give you a real sob story just to get in with you, and you have to pay attention to that. What did you feel when you were talking to them? Did you feel good? Did you feel happy? Did you feel genuinely calm and relaxed? Like when you talk to that person, did it like you laughed and you just felt fun? It was nice. Or did you feel kind of uneasy? All of a sudden you got sick after talking to them. Did you start getting real sick, like start coughing after, or talking to them, you just start coughing while you're telling them something? Okay, that's usually the ancestors like, don't say nothing else. Say less. Or their spirit is trying to choke you up. Yes, that happens. People's spirits be trying to choke you. Or they're carrying so much negativity, you're choking on it. Because some of you are healers. Some of you just naturally take on a lot, and you heal people. Okay. And yeah. So you have to really be mindful. If you're like that, you really have to be mindful of who you allow into your energy. So you got to constantly block. Okay. So something about Taekwondo, some of y'all learning some Taekwondo would be beneficial for you, your mind, and your body, and your spirit and soul. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm just saying, okay, you really need to be mindful, okay, of positivity. They won't be able to reach you if you stay vibing higher. Like you feel negativity, lower energies, feel it, but keep it pushing. Don't stay down. Don't stay down. Okay? Oh, the song was Maya. Oh, okay. That song was Maya. Okay, that's what it was. It was Maya. I didn't know. All right, my bad. I'm just now reading the messages, okay? Yeah, of course. Listen, you think I be out here being silly? I don't play. I be out here. I don't play when I'm out here. Yeah, I make sure my doors is locked. I know, because I be looking around like, who this? Yeah. I see everything. You think I'm checking it out. And my eyes on the back of my head is seeing things. My spiritual team, what I can't see, they see. Okay? Y'all need to be in that space where you need to know that you walk with 1,000 ancestors with you. 100,000 ancestors is walking with you. That you got strong spiritual protection, that you have strong spiritual discernment, that you have strong guidance, okay, that is powerful, okay, that you not scared of not a thing, not a dollar, not a nothing, not a nit, what kind of weapons they got, whatever kind of anything, and malicious intent, whatever it is, you are fearless, and you are brave, and you are courageous, and you have what it takes to protect yourself. Ain't no way nobody go do nothing. Okay? It's just that you need to be aware of these things. You know what I'm saying? Because you're protected, but you need to be aware of it. So you're not too careless. Not careless at all. Because some of y'all, that's just in your nature. You kind of careless. But your spiritual team be like, all right, we got to work overtime today. She not operating at 100. She operating at a 40. So we gotta work that 60 for the he not operating at a full 100 today. He only operating at 50. So we gotta make sure we put in the other 50. Like we gotta help them out. They not noticing. They not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Like your spiritual team, that's what they there for. They for the extra. You gotta do the work, the footwork. They do the other work. Okay, so they open up the opportunities for you when the road is closed, and you did what you need to do to get the road open. They gonna open it up, but you gonna do the footwork. You gonna do the paperwork. You gonna do the advertising, the speaking, the whatever needs to be done. You're gonna do that. But your ancestors, your guides, your whole spiritual team is like my whole clique, bowdy. You know what I'm saying? They like, yeah, okay. And some of y'all, you need to know that whatever you got going on, a lot of it is spiritual, okay? So tap into your spirit, tap into your, you know what I'm saying? There's certain herbs that'll help you. There's certain, and some of y'all, you are literally being redeemed. So there's some people that I just need you to know you're being redeemed for somebody lying on you and false accusations, allegations, or something like that. I heard of you being redeemed. You're being, vindicated, okay? And then also this just says opportunistic energy. There's somebody trying to get back with you. They are very opportunistic. Your spiritual team has been blocking them from being able to reach you, and I think that's the person that you might really like or you might really want to be a part of, but your spiritual team is blocking that person from being able to enter into your space. Thank goodness, because that person sound like they will steal from you, they will rob you, they will be stealing a little bit of your money, and you be like, damn, where my money go? I thought I put some money right here, and you be you keep dismissing it because it was small amounts, but that motherfucker was the one stealing your money. Whoever this person is, they was stealing your money, or they was stealing your time, knowing that they really didn't have any intention of marrying you, any intention of being with you. Whoever this person was, they were stealing something valuable of yours. So it's either time or money, or maybe it was something you had like jewels or something that this person was really stealing for you. Okay, so you need to be mindful of that. Don't be just letting people in. Okay, because like I said in the movie Sinners, what happened? Remember the big boy came to the door? Big boy came to the door, was like, hey, I didn't get my money. You know what I'm saying? I had to go over there and use the bathroom, and he looking at him like, all right, so what's up? And then she was like, hey, don't let him in. Don't let him in. He one of them. You know what I'm saying? But before that, he was almost about to get in, but then she said, nah, don't let him in. Something ain't right. Something wasn't right. She trusted herself throughout the whole movie. She was tuned in, tapped in. So all of us need to get into that space where we tuned in, tapped in, and we following the guidance and not doubting ourselves, because that's what they want. The adversary wants you to doubt yourself, to stay at a low state of mind, to stay broken, to stay depressed, to stay oppressed, to stay sad, to see yourself focused in on all the wrong things. Right now, whatever you're guided to, that's something that you need to be, that's a part of understanding yourself. Because right now you're going through this space of understanding yourself more, because it is going to build you up to be stronger. I know some of you might be like, oh, well, I've only been doing this. And it sounds like it wouldn't correlate and connect, but it is. It is. I'm telling you, whatever you're connecting to right now, it is coming together to build your understanding of yourself. Whatever you're drawn to, there's no coincidences. If you're on this live, you came on this, there's a message in it. Whatever you're drawn to, there's a reason to it, okay? You are being built up, okay? Pressed down, shaking together, okay? Because people have built their palaces off of your back. I need you to understand that. A lot of people got lucky from you. They got lucky from what you provide. They got lucky because you were around, okay? And some of them are still in your energy. That's why they still have luck. If they were no longer in your energy and you really did cut them off completely, they would have no luck. They would have lost it because of what they did to you. Because what your calling is, what you got to do here is different than the majority of people around you. This is why it was so challenging for people to get you, people to love you, to care for you. Okay? You like number one enemy. It's enemy number one. Okay? That you came in here like they came here to fight against you. You here changing the whole system. I don't know if you notice it when you walk around the street, you drive, all of that, it's all changing because of you. So keep vibing up higher, keep working on yourself, keep loving on yourself, keep healing, keep making better choices for yourself, keep choosing to do better, to be better, and to only allow what's better for you. You're not saying that you're too good for anybody, but it's some things you are too good for. Just keep it real. 100. There's some things you're just too good for it. Literally and figuratively. Because the divine's like, no, don't settle for that anymore. You always been better than that. This is why people thought they could do whatever they could to you. You were too good for it. You literally were. But people try to make you feel bad like, oh, what you think you too good? Yes, I do. Oh, what you think you better than me? Yes, I do. Oh, well, you think, you just think you all that? And yes, I do. That's where you got to stay in that space. Because people, it's all psychological. It's all this manipulation. And they act like you the enemy, but the real enemy is the ones who freaking built this place. Look at everywhere you turn, there's sigils. Spells are being casted every time you turn around. So you got to combat it with your own. And the way you do that is knowing yourself, breaking the illusions and the deception of the spells that they cast upon you. Some of the biggest spells have been broken, and that's why a lot of people are waking up to realizations of everything. So you're going to have to really work on yourself. You're going to have to love on yourself. You're going to have to, like, we're all going through different changes in our body, and our body is purging. So our bodies look kind of different. And as we go through the purging experience, you're not going to look perfect. You're not going to look great. But when you come up out of that and you turn into that butterfly, baby, you're going to be looking fine. But right now you're going through this change. So your hair might look kind of crazy. Your eyes might look kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Your skin, everything. Because your body is getting rid. And it's saying, I had enough. I'm done with this. Okay? This cycle's over. Once you left that person alone, that you was able to shed that weight. You ain't noticed that? Like, you ain't noticed how when you drop somebody and you leave somebody alone, how things start getting better? Like something in your body start getting better, like you start being happier, or your skin start glowing, your hair start growing again, your skin start getting better. Like when you have certain people around, you notice that stuff just don't look right. And you don't feel good, and you this and that. I'm just saying, you start paying attention to everybody you come in contact with and what you pick up on them, because moving forward, you got such big, beautiful things that are coming into your life that are big, major, 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 major gifts, major abilities, major opportunities. I mean, major. You cannot be laying down with the enemy. Okay, and I know the enemy is inside of each and every one of us, but the enemy is also what you see outside of you as well. So you need to make sure that you're not falling for that. This is why the more you accept yourself, the more you love on yourself, the more you appreciate yourself. Now, I don't like that word appreciate, because it makes me sound, when I listen to the word appreciate, I don't like that. So let me take that. The more you love on yourself, okay, because when you look at love backwards, it's evolve. You know what I'm saying? And neo, the word neo, you flip it around and it's one. You know what I'm saying? So neo was the one, you the one. Okay, but the more you just work on you, and you do what you feel is right for you, and you stop listening to other people, you break the spell of what people say. Now, the divine's going to guide you to people that are supposed to give you messages. You know what I'm saying? You'll know. But then there are people that the divine's like, nah, don't listen to them no more. They lying to you. They trying to break you down. They trying to hurt you. They trying to harm you. They blah, 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 blah. You need to just be able to, you'll know them by their fruit. You know them by their fruit. And I want you to understand something. There are people that plotted to hurt you. They plotted to kill, steal, and destroy you. And the divine blocked every move they made. Like I said about the circus, how they had the mirror, and how you look in the mirror and it's like one thing, that the divine is doing that. So every time they throw something at you, it goes back to them making and distorting whatever they trying to do. Right? It's just like the mirror is bouncing back. Bah. So every time they try to throw something, it bounces right back to them. It's because you know yourself more. It's because you love yourself more. It's because you're doing better for you. And because you do better for you, that means you don't ignore or forget about the vessel you are. Because a lot of people, they go do. A lot of women, a lot of them have heart disease. Why do you think that is? Heart disease. Not just because of the food they're eating or whatever. It's because they give, and they give from a genuine place, and they support and they love and they nurture a majority of women. It is from a genuine place. It's from their heart. The fire comes from the heart. The element of fire inside of the body is the heart. And so when they constantly deal with people who just break their heart, like they raise all them kids, and then the kid, or they raising somebody else's kids, and the kid go and spit in their face and disrespect them later. Heartbreaking. They work a job for 20 years, and then the job don't even give them the right pay or look out for them later on. Like, it's just a lot. And so they're heartbroken. And then they also, through epigenetics, they still have the pain of their foremothers and forefathers inside of them too. But a lot of us came here to break those spells and to overcome the pain of what our foremothers and forefathers and ancestors have gone through. So at the end of the day, you need to understand that, you have the power. Okay, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Okay, and everywhere you look is the world, right? But you and your relationship with the divine is what's going to matter at the end of the day. So people may say, oh, you're being egoic. Oh, you just selfish. Oh, yeah, because the divine made me like that. Because you have to be. And it's not in a way that you forget about helping people. It is a matter of the divine gave you certain people to help. It's real. You were assigned certain people to help at certain times. This is why you have to get in your purpose and move in that, because there's certain people you're meant to meet at certain times. And if you don't meet them, they will never reach their potential. Ain't that something? That's why you have to be in your truth and as authentic as you possibly can be, because there are people who need you. They need to hear your voice. It's never going to click. You know how you go to school and you have these boring teachers, but then you had that one or two teachers that just every time they spoke, they explained things in a way that you understood, and it always clicked. It was always like you felt relaxed, you felt good. It was always those couple teachers, right? Throughout your, each year, it was always a couple that you just always got along with. And the rest you might not. Maybe some of y'all had all your teachers. It was great, whatever the case may be. But it's always somebody that makes it click. And you are that one who will make it click. They will understand you. They will comprehend what you have to say because of you. You are the one. You are the missing piece that they've needed and they need. So you got to get in that space of trusting yourself, loving on yourself, forgiving yourself, and moving forward. And listen, I'm just going to say this. Just because you may forgive somebody, but you don't have to forget. Okay? I'm just saying. You don't have to hold on to it either. But I'm going to also say this, justice is going to be served. You just got to ask for it. Some of y'all, you know what I'm saying, moving in a space of just, through the church and religion, they be like, oh, well, you got to forgive them and just let it go. Okay, I'm going to let it go. But I'm going to also let it be known that I want justice. We're not playing these games with folks. These folks will kill, steal, and destroy everything you built. And then smile in your face like they didn't do nothing wrong. They will lie on you. They will do all these wicked things to you. And then act like they didn't do nothing. Oh no, baby, you need justice. Call it in. For everybody who did you dirty with the malicious intent. Now there's certain situations where somebody kind of hurt you and they didn't mean to. You could tell. I ain't even mad at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You just was at a low place. I get it. I ain't even mad at you. I'm talking about the ones who, they wanted to hurt you. They was jealous. They let jealousy and envy take them out. And now the divine gonna have to take them out. So call in justice. I don't know if you don't agree with it. You agree or you don't. Justice needs to be served for everybody who's, you know what I'm saying? That's what karma is. You just calling it in faster. And then you can let it go. Once you call in justice for you, okay? Calling justice for those who are the voiceless. What about the voiceless? What about all these babies? They out here doing all this horrible stuff to these babies. What about them? Where they deserve justice too. What about all these parents out here taking care of other people's children, taking care of their children, taking care of everything? What about their justice? And somebody done did them so dirty, they can't even come up from that. What about their justice? So everybody needs to call in justice for, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's happening. And this is what last year and into this year, the karmic retribution, you know what I'm saying? The justice is coming. I could send you love, and I hope that, you know, you find healing and everything. But I'm just saying, I'm going to still call in justice. Justice needs to be served because I did nothing but love you. And I'm not talking about people who you hurt them purposely and then they hurt you and then all. No, I am talking, you started it. I'm not talking about people you starting something and then they finished it. I'm not talking about that, calling it justice for stuff like that. I'm talking about calling it justice when you were nothing but loving and genuine and you had the person's best interest at heart. And what did they do? They spit on you, treated you bad, they abused you, they lied on you, all of that. I said calling justice. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about tit for tat. Oh, he did me dirty, I'm gonna do him dirty, and I'm not talking about that. You done did justice. When you beat him up, you done got your justice. You done hit him in the head with a frying pan. You done got your justice. Like, I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about the ones who, when you came in with love and they came in with a dagger to hurt you, to slice you up. I'm talking about that. Calling justice. Justice need to be served, okay? Because you didn't have the protection, the proper protection up to avoid them. Your intuition, your strength, and your mind and your gifts wasn't strong enough to defeat a person like that, of that caliber. Right? The deception was too high, too strong for you at the time. But now you're stronger. Now you can sniff them out a mile away. Now you can see. And now the divine is coming to you right now to tell you, don't be doubting it. What you see is what you're getting. You can see it. Let the golden eyes within you see and show you and reveal to you who is who and what is what. Yes, the opportunity sounds good, but you're getting knots in your stomach. Yes, the opportunity sounds good, but all of a sudden your head started hurting after talking to them. Why is that? You need to start talking to yourself and ask yourself why. Okay, so I just had to come up here. Oh my God, 4747. Look into that number. But yeah, I had to come up on here and let you know. And I know my headphones is kind of crooked because my hair, you know what I'm saying? So it's a little crooked. But I'm going to say this. Thank you, Yeshua. Yahuwah. All right? Just thank you to the gods and the goddesses. Thank you to the divine. Thank you to everything that walks with me. To all the elements. To the north, to the south, to the east, to the west. Okay? Thank you to the heaven. Thank you to the below. Thank you for the center. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for being grounded. Thank you to the earth. Thank you to everything and being that is with us. Okay? Be strong. Be strong. You're not alone, because that's what they want you to think. You're not alone, and you are loved. You just got to be strong enough to trust in yourself more. Okay? Because that's what they don't want. They don't want you to trust yourself. They want you to be afraid or to not be in your truth, in your power. So, Asheo, peace, and all that good stuff. Bye.